Hello everyone, welcome in. I hope you are all doing well. Today, as voting by you, we are playing Pokopia. I've changed Mondays to a variety day. We'll mostly probably be playing Pokopia, but I just thought we could turn it into a variety day. That way then, when people spend points and choose their games, we have more of a chance of playing those games, if that makes sense. But welcome. As you can see, we have some new plushies in here. We have Dragonite, and I love it, but yes. We are just gonna be... I have no clue what we're gonna be doing today. Wandering around aimlessly, doing some chores. I have a lot of things that I need to collect, which is always fun. I hope everyone has been doing well. And that you like my new little PNG tuba model. I drew it myself and I'm very proud. Oh, what's wrong with that little guy here? Oh, they're having an argument. Hello. Okay. I did start making some new houses up the top, so they should be ready. And I do want to start decorating up here a little bit. I think it's much needed. Oh goodness, I can't get past. So now our bigger Pokemon can have a place to live. Perfect. We now have a place for the big boys to go and live, instead of just sleeping in the grass. Because I just felt so bad. Yay. Okay, the leaf cottage is complete. I do want to plant some flowers. But we need to get some furniture first, so let's build some furniture. And then we can see who doesn't have somewhere to live. Okay. We have our stamp of the day, which is great. We've completed some challenges. I can make sprinklers, so I don't really need to buy them. Okay, so we're gonna decorate the little cottages. I'm not sure how we're gonna decorate them yet. Let us see what we have. I think I'm gonna need some more lumber, possibly. Yes, I am. Hello, Pooly. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully the chat is working today. I'm not sure why it hasn't been working. Yes, it's time. Yes, why isn't this coming up now? Okay, there we go. It's just very, very, very delayed. I don't know why. There it is, but it's very small. Oh, goodness. Hopefully that will work. Sorry if you can hear my dogs in the background who are deciding... Yeah, they're barking for the stream today, it seems. Okay. We're definitely gonna need more lumber. I also need to make paper. We have a lot we need to do. I haven't been, well, I play like an hour before bed mostly. I haven't been playing as much as I usually do. But I'm still enjoying my time. Maybe we can have some of these hedges. Oh, I love the hydrangea bush. We can take 4 of those and maybe some white flowers. I think they could look pretty. And I do have some trees that we can put up there too. They are hyping up the stream, yes. That's good, which means we get to see more game. Yes, I guess it does mean you get to see more gameplay. Is the chat too small or is it okay on screen? I'm not sure. I've been having a lot of issues with it recently. Thank you so much, Pooey, for redeeming the happy flap. That's 7 you've got now. You're the highest flapper. Okay, so we're gonna be... You're summoning a lair creature today. Ooh, who should we have? I'm thinking we're gonna have the little mushroom guy. He's so cute. I actually have one on my desk. I love him. Okay. And we're summoning the puppas. Oh my lord. We're having them all on stream today. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what these big boys would like. Maybe some plain beds. Oh. Some resort beds. Some desks, maybe. Oh my goodness, you poked Arthur. Poor Arthur. How will he ever forgive you? A posture check? Are you just wasting all your points, Puli? Maybe the big guys can have a bonfire up there. And some books. A wardrobe. And bonk. Oh my god, I got bonked too. Oh my goodness. We'll put them a picnic. You got thousands, so I'm just gonna get bonked. And you're on a 35 stream streak. You're streaking. Okay, let's see if I can make some more. I can't make more plain beds, that's not good. Oh, I didn't know I had that. That's so cute. I've been collecting a lot of stuff that I didn't know I had, it seems. It's cute. Okay. Oh, let's get it up. Where is it? It's like a little shelf with a plant and stuff. It's so cute. I didn't know I had this. It's a little decorative shelf with a vine. I love that. I would have that in real life. I love plants. I think they're so pretty. And this was the April Fool's event thing that I got. Isn't he so funny? He just wobbles. Sometimes I just look at him because I find him funny. I kind of want one in real life. He's just fun to look at. Yeah, the little marshmallow Michelin Man things. They're great. Okay, so this is the area where I'm probably gonna be working on today. Because I've gotten a few larger Pokemon. think they're gonna be needing some homes. Especially poor Charizard. He's been sleeping in grass. And I feel so bad. Okay. So let's decorate their home. We have a big empty canvas. It's not gonna be anything fancy. It's gonna be like a bachelor pad. Maybe a closet. Is that the right way? Yes. Okay. And a little desk or table with a book. I haven't gone completely crazy with the decorating yet. I've just been doing like all the little missions. Yeah, I think that's fine for now. And how many people can I move in here is the question. I think it's 4 or 3. Because I have one of these and there's me, Bulbasaur and Ivysaur. So... let's see. Scyther I know has a house. Where's Charizard? There he is. Hopefully. And they thought, yeah, I've been just doing the story. I haven't really been going crazy with the decorating. But I probably will soon. How am I finding Dune Awaken? I haven't gotten much time to play it yet, but I'm really enjoying it. Maybe I can play it on stream one day. We'll see. Someone could redeem that I play it with their channel points, possibly. I think you'll be sleeping outside too, right? But I'm really enjoying it so far. I love like open world survival, crafting, building, exploration games. I find them a lot of fun. Elden Ring. Elden Ring, you've wasted that point because it's already on the list. Let's wait for all the others to catch up. So I'll give you a chance to, you can change your request if you want because it is already on the list. You just wanted to remind me. Okay. Where are the others gone? Can they not get in here? Dune Awakening? I can add that onto the list, Pooly. That's fine. Where are they all? Okay, they're all here. Why are you all just outside? Come in. Yes, I can definitely add that to the list. Now I'm being bonked again? Oh my goodness. It is such a nice place. Charizard. You can move in here. What do you mean there's too many? Two rows? Okay. My bedding? What do you mean my bedding? Okay, we're gonna have to move these boys in here. Beading. Ah, okay. The beading is coming along fine. I haven't done much lately. But I have plans, and I'm very excited for it. I have like a whole mood board on Pinterest of all the ones I want to do. And of course, I'm a newbie, but I have like these crazy ambitions that I'm gonna be able to do like these crazy patterns. And maybe I will. We can put this here. There we go. Now you can move in. Okay, he's moved in. You got the two bros hanging out. Vibing. Okay, so this is gonna be their area. Not a trace of a Pokemon. Which Pokemon? Oh, okay. We're gonna have to make a nice area for our main guy. Let us knock some of these down. I also built Onyx a new home. Sorry, my dog is being so naughty today. He's just barking at everything. Let's collect. Yes, we built Onyx a new home. He now lives down here in his cool underground cave. He's a cool bro. And I kind of want to put some little leafy hut things up here too. I think that could be cute. Although I feel like I have to put some more barriers up so no one falls off the edge. Because that would not be good. Where can we put the little leaf huts? Maybe here? Hang on. Let me dig up these. And I think I have a few of these. So maybe we can put two up here. That could be nice. Now, who can I ask to build? Let's go find some people. I need to figure out a way as well if I can make grass. Because I'm always running out of these grass blocks and it's so annoying. I don't want to run out of grass, not glass. Oh my goodness. I cannot talk today, it would seem. Bulbasaur, you are so cute. Okay, who can I ask to build for me? Where's my little guy? He's not inside. Where can he be? Did I hear someone? I built this little cafe as well. I think it's super cute. Lots of the Pokemon just stand and stare. Okay, he's behind here. Beautiful. Blah Blastoise. We need to get him a home. We're looking for Timber. There he is. Oh, their Pokemon is so cute. I love when you like pick up on their little interactions together. Okay, I needed here. And who else did I need? Hello, Bulbasaur. Oh, he's so cute. I've got 3 fresh carrots. Charizard. She's not in, so where is she? Why do I never know where my Pokemon are? Small and cute. Where could she have gone? Did they go under? Is this like their new congregation spot? No. I don't know where she is. Sometimes this happens and it's very annoying. Could I ask someone else to possibly build this? Blastoise. There she is. She's up there. She just fell off. Oh god. We'll see if we can get... Wait, where's a camera opportunity? Hitmonchan is just sleeping. Although I look like a weirdo just taking a picture of him. He's sleeping in front of a fan. How cute. Agricola. Now I wonder if I can get these two. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, maybe I can make this a little picnic spot for them. I think that would be cute. And we can just put that in there for now. I have a drum as well. I feel like the big boys might like playing with the drum, possibly. Because this is where most of the larger Pokemon are gonna be. They might enjoy that, right? Would you enjoy that if you were a Pokemon? I think you would. Okay. I don't know if I like that position for it though. Maybe over here is better. Like here. Oh god. That's what you're meant to be building, bro. Because we have an entire area over there as well to do. have some paint that I can go and drop off in the beach area, so we can go do that. How is the new sort of VTube model going as well? I hope it looks good for people watching. Okay. We have arrived at home. I need to find... Oh, hello. You. Look at this. Okay, that's how we make it. Okay, now he's gonna make me some paper. I've been wondering how to do that for a little while. I have sort of done a little bit to this area also. I've been upgrading the pathways. I built a hot spring here. Cute Pooley. I haven't done loads to it though. Oh god, they're having an argument. Like, I built all these roads and it took me forever. It was annoying. But I got most of them in. I haven't even started on the supports yet because I don't have the right block. And I've missed some areas, but I will get there eventually. Where's my painting dude? Where is he? Is he still over here? Wait. I can pick up this and this, and he can paint them for me? Is this what we're... Okay. Paint this side table for me. Oh, I like the green. Make request. But he's gonna do it right because that's all he's got. Okay. So now we have our dude with the paint specialty. I have no food to give Snorlax. Oh god. I need to build him a shrine, a true shrine. I wish he could follow me around wherever I went. Just look at him, he's adorable. I love him. Okay, I need to actually destroy these buildings, so... We may as well destroy them now instead of waiting for nothing. seriously, to tidy this area. Where's Peplup? I don't have much iron. I'm gonna have to go to the mining area. I do think. Okay, we have a full house here. This one I just need to add doors to. And a roof. And furniture. Oh my. Same over here as well. Okay. Do I have anything? I have roof tile. Okay. I just need to get up and put it in. Okay, that's in. We just need doors. And I build doors. What did we need here? Oh, seashells. Okay, I forgot about that. Entirely my bad. Where is my crafting bench? Okay. 4 beds. We need to make 4 doors. And maybe... Okay, we have exhibition stands. Maybe 2 mirrors. Maybe that'll count for the furniture. Possibly. Okay, let's go and see. There's those doors. Here they are. Empty house. And then we've got... Where did you go? Where's the door? 2. Okay, beautiful. So now I can put the beds in. Oh god, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. I need more furniture. Yes, okay. And then what can I put in here? Does a table fit? Yes. Hey, now we can move some more Pokemon in. Let us see who does not have a house. Who lives in here? Yeah, they're full. Let's get the up. Follow me. Follow me. Let's get them all to follow me. Do you have a home? I think I might have given you a home because you're so cute. Yes, okay. Follow me. Follow me. We're just collecting them all. Okay, he's taking a bath, which is great. I am so sorry if you can hear dogs barking in the background. Okay, we want... See what I mean? Like, this is smaller than the village hut things I built in the other place, yet you can move more Pokemon into this one than you can that one. It's crazy. Next. Level up. Okay, that's a full house. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shut the door in your face. Okay. I never know where Meowth is. Where is that little dude? Can never find him. He is always so sneaky. Don't worry, little dude. I have friends for you. Nope. Goomba's trying to get in. Who's next? Okay, we need one more. Maybe some bat. Because he's just living in a dirt hole. Where'd he go? I just saw his little... There he is, okay. Oh god, I forgot I hit that dude. Okay, now quite a few of our Pokemon have houses. What do I need? We've got lumber, we need seashells, okay. Seashells and bricks, that's what we need. Let us go... No, that's where we already are. I always misclick the buttons. Do I have anything in here actually? I have some clay and I have lumber. I have quite a bit actually. But no seashells, so I'm gonna have to go back to the wasteland. Although it's not much of a wasteland anymore, just saying. I think they've added in new music. Which is cool. Thank you for the hydrate, Poolie. I will drink coffee. That surely counts. Okay, we need these shells and brick. There's brick. Do I have? Yes, I have 18. Not a lot. Let's go to Blue Beach. I love the way he just flaps his arm to give you things. That's so cute. Okay, let us go. How many? Okay, this can be built now. Although, I'm not sure now if I have enough for these. I hope I do. Okay, we can build that one. Okay, I have enough. Let us ask everyone. Does anyone in here? No. Their book is so cute. I'm just gonna get them all to follow me. Where's my building, dude? There he is. Oh, she's nervous. Let us see if we can get you. Okay, who else do we need? We need electric. We needed the garbage dude. And did we need a lapis? I think maybe. Okay, let us go go over. I think we have all these and we can start building. Beautiful. Okay. So much fluff in here. Oh my. Okay. I need 2 more. Is there anyone in here? Oh, he's just admiring himself in the mirror. It's okay, little guy, you're cute. Okay. And I need a fire type if I have another one to spare, which I think I do. The rest of the paper, thank you. Okay. Is he in here? I think he is. I believe he's fire, or is he electric? Let me check. Okay, no, he's fine. We can use him. We just kidnap him from his home so that he can come and work. Okay, there we go. We've got them building again. Hopefully we'll have enough houses for everyone soon. So let's go back to the wasteland. We have got so many plushies. Hello, Ivysaur. Okay. Let's do a bit of inventory management before it gets out of control. I can't remember what the dude over there needed, so I'm gonna go and grab the information. And we did it. Okay. Okay, we got another badge. Interesting. Bricks, concrete, and gold. Okay, I'm gonna have to mine for those. I will have to do some serious mining. Which is okay, we can do that. I'll just have to make a lot of bread or something so that I don't run out of energy. Okay, let us put all these materials away. I'm not sure what to do with the badges yet, so I just put them in this chest. And we have paper now too, so we can just put that in. Hello as well to anyone lurking. Welcome into the chat. I hope you are having a good day. I am Khaleesi. I stream a variety of different games here on Twitch. Feel free to lurk in the background. Okay, what else do I need? I think this can go in here too. These are all furniture items. Inventory is so chaotic. It's so chaotic. Maybe we should look into what habitats we haven't done yet. That could be useful. I've already done this one. Oh no, elevated tall grass. Okay. Flower garden. Bed with a plush and a gently lit bed. I could probably do this. Let me check. Yes, I have 2 beds that I can do that with. No, we don't want the chair. We want a table. And I should have a spare plushie. Here we go. And I need a candle. Do I have a candle? I have so much stuff. Oh my lord. No, I do not have a candle. I need a stick and stone. Stick and stone. Okay. For now, I'm just gonna put these somewhere up this way. Oh, I'm so sorry. What's up? Ooh, we gave some beans. Beautiful. I'm trying to think of where I can put these habitats. Environment levels increased. Beautiful. Maybe I can put them here. This is a cool bed. Then we can put a candle. Where's Charizard? Here he is. Can you light the candle, buddy? No. Yay! Okay, we have a gentle lit bed habitat. Hoot Hoot likes that. Oh, I've already got Hoot Hoot. Maybe another Pokemon will come along? And then we're gonna want a bed with a plushie. A very cool dude's bed. Drifloon. Okay, we have 3 more that we could get with this one too. This one I don't see any point in having. So I'm gonna pick these things up and we can get another plushie for the bed. I have a few duplicate plushies, so it's okay. We are at the max level now from the Withered Wasteland, which is so cool. I'm glad we could raise it to that much comfort for our little guys. Okay. Yes, I am gonna buy you. What else do we have? Did they add anything else? Leaf house. Okay, that's a Wasteland Pokemon Center kit. I've already got one, I don't need more. Berry table recipe. I guess I'll buy it. Oh, berry wall decoration, that's so cute! Berry bed recipe. I guess I'll buy it. Oh, it's a berry hanging light. That's so cute. Polka dot print recipe. I guess. I don't think I'll use it, but it's cute. Okay. I can't believe we reached max for this area. That's so cool. We can make another little area here too. Okay. We have another area done. So cute. Okay, but I'm gonna have to move the flowers. Maybe move them around? Wrong place. It's mine. Sorry, Charmander. I just wanted to put it here. No. God. So bad. But he can't have my flowers. No. Maybe I can give him something like, I don't know, a stick. Would you like a stick? There we go. Here, now he has a stick. Let us go and see. If I have more leaf dens, I think I do. And some more flowers. Do I have more roses? Yes. You can hang out with me. Do I have anything? I should have brought the materials. I Where did that little builder go? Be up there? No. No. Oh, he's here, eating. He can follow me. After I investigate this puddle. What did I get? I want new furniture recipes. And berries, okay. Whatever. Sorry, Hitmonchan. It's coming through. I need more stuff. Timber. Where is he? So it was leaves and sticks that I needed. Here. Okay. Charizard. Dude. Okay. I feel like maybe I could turn this little area here into a little pond. Which one's Waterhole's house? This one? That's fine. Maybe it can be like deeper by here. Let me find some water. Maybe I can do a hot spring area if I have. I do. I'm trying to see if I have the stuff to make like a shower. I need to iron ore, which I think I have. Yes. Cute. Okay. I should be able to just drink the tea. Why is that so bad? Oh my god. I want to fill this right up. Cute. Okay, and then have a little seed. Hot spring shower, beautiful. And oh, he jumped right in. I can put some flowers here too. Okay, that looks cute. A little hot spring. I would love this in real life. Just sit in the hot spring. It feels so good. I need a hot tub. Let's make some stuff. We can make some bread. Because who doesn't love bread? I'm not sure I have green beans at the moment. Salads. Let's go and feed Snorlax, actually. One thing I have not done yet today. Maybe Snorlax would like some bread. Freshly baked. Okay, they're both in here sleeping. Oh god, Muslax is the cutest. Okay. Muslax, I love you. You're adorable. I want to give him a tomato. Imagine just being happy, just sitting and eating and sleeping. It's basically me. Oh, I want the plushie so badly. It's so cute. Let's see what these houses are looking like. They're starting to look good. Maybe I should go and mine some ores. If I go to... It's the one place I do not have a house yet. I should probably make one of the flags so that I can just teleport there easier. Let me see how I can make a flag. I always forget. Dirty stick, twine. I just need some twine. Which I should have plenty of. Here we go. Then I can collect. I can't remember what we needed, so I'm just gonna bring a bit of everything. To the mining area we go. I love being a little chunky Dragonite. He's so cute with his little hat on. And I'm hungry. Okay. We can eat bread. And a salad. Okay, through we go. That house is full. Ooh, we have someone here too. Hello, Chris. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Oh, God. Muscles are life, oh Lord. Your leg hurts still. That is not good, sir. How many are living in here? Why did I do this to myself? I just need to build a little house. I should have something. Or not. Indeed. You're fine though. You're a big boy. How's Overwatch going? Feel that. I will be on soon. Just, what did I have to eat? Oh, I had to make a burger. I don't have one. Oh my lord. We have another Pokemon. Hang on. Have you won any games? Wait, I swear I saw someone flickering. Okay, I am not crazy. Oh, why is he so cute? Looks like he's wearing a little suit with a big collar. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, do I have any green beans here? That is the question. Yes, I do. They also have, I think it's a carrot. No, that's just a leaf. Okay. Elegant flowers. I really want recipes, my dudes. I keep hearing these damn music maps. Okay, I don't like the gingham print, but like... Can I make or buy at least a little house kit? I can make a stone den for myself. It's fine. I don't need a proper house. Who needs a proper house these days? Not me. Look, I will live right here. Okay. I knew I was saving this stuff up for a reason. Yes, I need iron. Story of my life. Ooh, okay. Where are my dudes? Although I'm not sure why it has to be the muscular dude. Oh, sorry, the cooking dude. Why can't it just be the owl? Why is this dude so cute? It's unfair how cute he is. Oh, and he even runs cute. Look at his little hippie hoppies. I love it. Okay, now there will get into work. Oh, I stole the frying pan from here, didn't I? Damn it. Why do I do these things to myself? I just don't understand. Do I have enough to make one? I do, okay. Okay. Not all is lost. So I'm hoping to get my new YouTube video out by the end of the week, if I can get it all edited and... Ooh, tomato hamburger steaks. Beautiful. I want to eat one of you. It's almost done, I just have a little bit more footage to record. Yeah, one of the YouTubers I mentioned in the video commented, and I was like a little fangirl. I wouldn't say fangirl, I was just very happy. Who needs a pickaxe when you can punch? The ores are trying to hide from me. I almost missed the gold. How can I do that to myself? Hello, Pika. Welcome on in. How are you? Hydrate. And I'm guessing it can't be coffee, right? Damn it. And posture check. I will do that in just a moment. Iron ore. Okay, let's take a quick hydrate break. Make sure you will do the same. Drink your drink. Stretch. I wish. Coffee dispenser on your desk would have been great. Hello, welcome in. We do have a coffee emote now as well. Which I think is very cute. How are you doing, Pika? I hope you're doing well. Welcome into the stream. We are currently mining for ores. Doesn't it? We also have my new Stardew PNG, my little model tuber thing, which you will see when we stream Stardew next. She is also very cute. Thank you. This one, I'll probably redo it again. I've already done it twice, but I'll probably redo it again at some point. Because I always want to improve. But I like it. I think it's cute. Then we have a new one for Stardew, which everyone will see for the Stardew stream. I forgot to add it onto my stream deck thing, so I can't show anyone now. But I promise it's cute. Thank you. I'm currently trying to get back into drawing. I've been working on a... Look, I almost missed that gold ore too. God damn it. I'm working on a pigeon. I'm currently painting a pigeon. Is what I'm trying to say. And I'm enjoying it so far. Maybe I'll share it in the Discord when I'm done, I'm not sure. I also want to get into pixel art because I think that would be fun. I love pixel art. Holding a red mullet? Oh my goodness. Those damn red mullet fish. No red mullets will be involved. It's like, it's not completely Stardew vibe, but it's like, oh, my food has worn off. It's like a pixelated model. It's cute and it's like fantasy vibe. I think it's very me, that's all I'll say. I will be putting all the Pokemon to work, smelting ore for me. Yeah, it's just like you just have to keep trying and persevere, I guess. But pixel art, like, you have to have like the cubes, the pixels in the right place to make it look good. And, oh my god. People are like, oh, it's so easy, it can't be as hard as, you know, regular art, but oh my goodness. And a lot of the time with like the pixel art style games as well, you have to work on such a small scale. It's like incredible when they can get so much detail into it. Hopefully I am not stuck here. I need gold. That is what I need. Yeah, with pixel art, it's like if you do one little pixel wrong, that's it. It could destroy the entire thing. And you just sit there not knowing what you've done wrong. What the heck is all this? Did I not find this area? I must have. Oh, it's so cute! How did I not find this area? I just must not have lucked. That's a vibe. Okay, I just want a little Jack in the Box, please. Cute little area. I think it's next to the museum. Yep. The scary museum. Hello. Did I even check out the upstairs bit? I don't know if I did. Wow. It's a big crystal. I like it. Look at that ceiling. It's got stars. I want it. I didn't see this room before. I love it. I want it to go up. Thank you. But I feel like that meant to be hanging from the ceiling. Oh, it's so cool. Yes, I will rob this museum. Look how cool these are. I love them. They're little planets. And it's a giant astronaut. Okay, no one judge me, but I'm robbing this place blind. Yes, I love it too. Pika, you see nothing. There is no stealing of any kind happening. We're just gonna take some of the wool as well. Listen. Things just have to be done in life. Stealing pigeons is just one of the many things that has to be done. Please let me pick up the rock. I want the rock. Did I break it? I did, but it's okay. I can build a new one. Oh, there's the rare Pokemetal. Okay. We are close. I'm gonna take the balloons. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I bring myself this way? I have to clear all this ash from this area, but that's for another time. Oh my god, I have to fix this entire museum. Did I dig through this area? Where did I go? That's the way in. I know there's another way out somewhere around here. Listen. I took all the dinosaur stuff already. Because dinosaurs are cool. Although when you die in this lava, like, not everything burns with it. The amount of times I've died to lava in Minecraft is crazy. But we're not going to talk about that. Chris could tell you all about how many times I die in Minecraft. Things you wouldn't expect me to die to, I die to. It's a whole issue. Ooh, glowing gold up there. I will go and look at that now. Yeah, like, I just faceplant walls and die like that. Oh, what is behind here? Just imagine working in a mine and you just see someone busting through the walls with their fists. Mm-hmm. Yep, I feel exactly the same. I feel like the song was just based off me. in life, generally. I'm the type of person that would go to like a national park or something where there's bears and try and pet a bear and get eaten. Because how can anything with ears like that be so cute and deadly, you know? Like, it's not right. If they weren't meant to be cuddled, why give them such cute faces? And their little ears, man, like, ugh. Let's see how much I have. 98, 24. I would like to get that Pokeball. Yep. It's like so cruel. How can they make these animals so cute if they're just gonna rip our faces off when we try and cuddle them? Ooh. Oh look, I have a new outfit. But I don't want this outfit. I like my little sailor outfit. Right? I'd like to see him do this. I can't remember which boxer was the one that liked pigeons. Was it? Was it Mike Tyson? I can't remember. One of them anyway. I think we'd be great friends. I want that medal over there. It is. I very much need it also. I also want these. Because they're pretty. So much glowy stone. Hopefully I've got enough gold. Probably not, but we will see. Oh my god. I hate when games do this. They're meant to be improving games and stuff, and instead they just, yeah. Also, some of these live game servers are just not it, man. True. This will be my stone house. Yeah, guess I will check out the masterpiece 2 stone houses. Where's my flag? Let's see how much room I have. Not much. Can I put my spaceship in here? That's the question. No, I cannot. That is so unfortunate. My comfort level is average. Okay. How about my spaceship? No. Okay. Okay, we are level 4. What new recipes did I get? So many. Oh lord. I can make party paper cups. That's cute. Challenges. Let us collect all our money. And then we need to go back and we need to get Charizard to melt everything. I hate that when you're gaming and then you go off the game and then you're suddenly back into the game and you're like addicted to the game again. And then they do a patch and it ruins everything. It's the worst. I'm quite lucky that the servers aren't that far on games I play, so my ping is never bad. Okay. Pick up you, pick up you. Yeah. I am lucky when it comes to that. Although when I'm playing like Overwatch with my friends, because they're all like in America, it gets super laggy sometimes. Do I have anything else that I can... Damn. I think the worst my ping has ever been is 120. Yeah, I suppose. I try. Amanda, can you follow me? Okay, good. Charizard, my dude. Can you also follow me? Yes, good, good. Let us go this way. I love this form, it's so cute. Okay. Did I put anything in that one? I did, okay. Where's my little torch dude? He has a torch on his head. There he is. I don't think there's like a Pokemon that looks like a pigeon. They have Pidgeotto? I don't know. Pidgeotto. I don't know how to say his name. But he doesn't look like a pigeon. Which is so sad. They're missing out, man. Where'd my light go? Oh, there he is. Off they go. Put them all to work. And then we can go to the new Sparkling Skylands. Honestly, I just love pigeons. They're so cute. Oh, I'd definitely be a pigeon. I would be the chunkiest, most fluffiest, cutest pigeon around. Like, I would be so majestic. I would fly into windows and yeah, I'd just be great. I'd probably knock myself out a few times, but you know. I need more gold, oh my lord. Yep. I would just face plant windows. I always feel sorry for birds that just fly straight into windows, man. But then you just look at them and you'd be like, same, because that's what I would do. I need to build that, but... No, I don't need to ask anything. You just with your weird questions. And I'm guessing for like a bird, flying into a window is the same as a human tripping over their own foot. I mean, I'm always tripping over my own feet. It's a problem. Yeah, the Skyland is kind of really cool. It's more modern, in the sky kind of vibes. I need iron now. Oh my god. You get like loads of different islands. God knows how I'm gonna decorate all of them. But they're cool. Very futuristic. I love it. Exactly. I mean, humans walk into those kinds of things all the time. It's completely normal. Question is, where am I? I'm back here, okay. Interesting. Ooh, Pokeball. Thank you. A little bit. I am honestly falling. I am very clumsy. I stub my toe all the time. I'm always covered in bruises. looks like I've been to war and back, honestly. I can't even open like packaging without like getting a paper cut or something. At this point, my dogs just think it's a game. They just tackle me. No, no, no. Charizard, don't go. Don't go. You still have work to do. Oh my god, yes. And wall corners. The corners of walls, man. I didn't know walls could move, but they do, I'm telling you. Why is she sleeping on this bed? It's not hers. Oh my lord. Okay, that's not what I need. Random sticks, love to see it. I do not need a leaf den, but thank you, game. In your kitchen, there's cupboard. I get that. Furniture, I think, is secretly the devil, and it just moves to get in your way and like stub your toe or try and kill you in your sleep. They should come with warnings. I'm gonna have to get them to make me some lumber. I'm running low. I really need to stop stealing from the museum. But it's just so much fun. Yep. I completely understand that. Although when I open my eyes, the first thing I think about is coffee. Where are those? Okay. I completely get that. Pretty much the same for me. As soon as I smell coffee, my eyes are open. Where is the other dude? I haven't seen him. Where is he? That's not him. Okay. My guy, where are you? It is. And when it smells so strong as well. Ugh, best. Like when you go into a coffee shop and people are like, ew, it smells like coffee. And it's like, well, obviously it smells like coffee. It's a coffee shop. If you don't want to smell coffee, don't go to a coffee shop. Where is the dude? I keep losing my Pokemon and I don't know how. Yeah, some people don't like the smell of coffee and I think they're very strange. It's like some people don't like bread. Or chocolate, like, dudes. Come on. Where is this dude? I can't see him. Pinsir, where is he? It's not like he's a tiny dude either. Hello, Blastoise. Can you make vlogs? Okay. He's not here. I swear, sometimes they just hide from me because they know I need them. I cannot see him for the life of me. Oh yeah, of course. Some chocolate tastes and smells better than others, but... chocolate. I'm personally a very big Kinder fan. I love Kinder Buenos. They're my favorites, or like the little Kinder surprises. Kinder is the greatest. And a Kinder with a coffee is just like 10 out of 10. Why can I not find this dude? Is he hiding? I think he's hiding from me. He does not want to be found. And I respect that, but also I don't respect that. Yeah, like, where the heck is this dude? Honestly. Like he knows I've got a job for him to do. And he's like, nope. I ain't working today. I need to do these two. So much stuff to buy. Me trying to figure out where half of these pathways are meant to go. My dude, please. I'm still trying to get used to the controls. I don't know why it's difficult for me to sort of get used to them, because I did play Dragon Quest Builders and Animal Crossing, so it should be fine for me, but I'm all over the place. Like, I know there's a way up there, I just don't know how they got up there. There must have been like a pathway for them or something? I don't know. It looks like there was possibly stairs, maybe. Thanks, Chris. I was telling Pika how bad I am, how clumsy and stuff I am on Minecraft, and I said you could Yeah. I'm so clumsy at everything. Hey, it's good for taking my anger out on things. I do not beat up pigeons. I love pigeons. I don't beat up the pigeons. I love the pigeons. I'm too clumsy to even catch a pigeon. And plus I scare them away because I get so excited when I see one. Honestly, I have a few that come to my garden and I feed them. And they must think I'm some crazy lady, honestly, but I don't care. Yes, they come back every morning and they have a tantrum if I don't feed them by a certain time. But I don't mind because it's cute. They just probably think I'm a crazy lady. And you know what? I don't care. I mean, I could be raising a pigeon army. I'm just saying. They say mother of dragons, I say mother of pigeons. Maybe I'm the mother of dragon and pigeons. And dogs. Like, where the heck did this pathway go to? Did it go over there? I question sometimes. Hydrate and posture check. Thank you, Pika. I will do that now. Make sure you are all doing the same. And sadly, it does not mean coffee. Ooh, what did I learn? Ooh. It has been I'm finding carrots. Great. I'm still trying to figure out how these people got up here. I don't know where the stairs would have been. Okay, they have this. But where were the stairs to get up and down? Or were they just flying? That lake couldn't have been flying. Yeah. It gives me Animal Crossing and I'm not sure if you know Dragon Quest Builders. It's a really chill game though. I usually play like an hour before I go to sleep. Probably why I'm not as far ahead as some people. Like I've seen some people's islands. I believe it is, yeah, but I played the Dragon Quest Builders 2, I think. I don't know which one I played, and I played it on the Switch. And it was a lot of fun. I put a lot of hours into that game. I'm not sure if I can get it up on the profile. Because I don't know if I have it installed. Because the people who made Dragon Quest Builders actually made this game. Actually, let me see. I need to check. I'm not sure how you check your games. Profile? Ah, here we go. So for Animal Crossing, I put 185 hours in. I know it's here somewhere. Dragon Quest Builders 2, 90 hours. I played. Oh. It was a good time. I completed the game and then just as I was about to like build my island, my save just broke. And I lost everything. So that also happened with my Animal Crossing world. I lost everything. And I was so sad and I just never could get back into it again. You always wanted to play a Dragon Quest, because I remember like when I was in Cadbury's. Yeah, they're good games. Really relaxing. But yeah, when the game corrupts or you lose your world, after putting like so many hours in, it's kind of heartbreaking. And I'm not sure if it was because I had the Switch and the Switch Lite and maybe my files sort of corrupted because they mixed together. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened, if I'm completely honest. Because I had two separate worlds on the two separate devices. I remember, because I was doing a Studio Ghibli inspired island. And I was loving it so far. I was on my Princess Mononoke area. And I was doing all like the custom paintings and stuff that you can put into the world. Where is that dude? There he is. Okay. And then it just went. Yep, that's exactly how I felt. I was a mess. Oh, I did. I loved the game so much. But like, I've been watching people playing it and I've wanted to play it again, but I know like if I play too many games, I'm just gonna get overwhelmed. So I'm just focusing on Pokopia, Stardew, Overwatch, although I have just started playing Dune Awakening. And I feel like that's gonna be a new obsession. Dune Awakening, yeah, it's like an open world survival game based off the book Dune and the film. I think it's more based off the film though. But it's really cool. It's on Steam. I might play it on stream at some point. Puli did request it, so. Yes, it's I think it's an old game now. I can't remember when it came out. I've had it on my list for a while. Yeah. It's a sci-fi exploration base building multiplayer. I haven't played too much of it yet. I've just finished like the opening prologue where you like get to understand the mechanics, but I feel like it's gonna be a game I really enjoy. Yeah, it looks super cool. I completely feel you on that one. As you get older, like, especially like as I'm getting older as well, like I just, certain games I don't want to play. Like games that I have put hundreds of hours into, I just don't feel the level of joy. I think it's why I'm trying to get back into things that I know I love. Like I love to craft and create, so I'm doing like things like beading and drawing and stuff. And I'm trying to stay away from like social medias and stuff as much. I don't go on my phone as much anymore. And I'm just trying to find things that I enjoy rather than what society or something tells me that I should enjoy. Like games. And with games, I'm just going back to like what I know I enjoy, like Overwatch. I know I enjoy Overwatch. And I know a lot of people are going back to like the older games. But you have to like, well, you can get anything digitally these days, but I know a lot of people are trying to go back to physical media. So like they'll buy the old Nintendo devices and like the games if they can get them for a good price. Because those things are not cheap. And just trying to find the things that they used to love again. So I recommend that, maybe going back to the games you used to like when you were younger, maybe. I feel exactly the same. Like honestly, I just don't like when you go out these days, it's just everyone, even kids, they're just heads bent looking on their phones. And I hate how like sometimes I get into that and I don't want to be like that. But you miss out on so much. So I've pretty much deleted most of my social medias. I have Instagram, and obviously I have Twitch and YouTube. But that's about it. And then obviously I message my family. But that's it. I don't need anything else. I'd rather put the energy into hobbies. Yep. I was the same in high school and stuff. Always on my phone. Even the last like few years. It was like always on my phone. But now I think I'm a lot better. Like they say, these digital devices, they're like drugs. They get you hooked, and then you feel like you can't live without them. If I didn't have such a bad sense of direction, I'd probably get one of those phones that are just, you know, you just call and text and that's it. But I'm so bad with direction. I need the sat nav. and the direction thing on my phone. Otherwise, I would end up... I don't know where I'd end up. Okay, let's put some of these blocks away. Honestly, the places I found my phone, it's usually like in my bed underneath the covers, or it's in... I've put it in the fridge before. Yeah, my phone has been in some places, but it's okay. Yeah, sometimes my brain just goes and then... Yeah. People are always like, how are you forgetting your phone? It's just like, I just put it down and then my brain goes on to the next thing and I'm ready to zoom off and do that, and then I forget. I'm surprised it hasn't been in with my coffee yet. That'll be the next one. But anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end stream here. We're at like 2 hours, 40 minutes, so we've had a good stream. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I will see you on Wednesday, where we'll be doing Stardew Valley, and I'm super excited. We'll be going into our next season, so hopefully we can get a good load of things done. Yes. Thank you, thank you. I will see you on Wednesday. Thank you, Pika. Bye.